Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your reading. If you are a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, then this is where you need to be. So I'm sure you noticed we're doing a few things differently. We are doing frontal facing videos rather than the overhead view. I've just been having too many issues with it. So until I have all the equipment I need, this is what we're doing. The other thing you may have noticed that we are doing differently is we are no longer playing music in the background. No matter how low I have it, I keep getting pinned for copyright infringement on several videos. So instead, I kind of can't let that aspect go. I just think music has a way of delivering the right message depending on who you are, and it's going to be different for everyone, kind of thing, right? So I still have it. It's playing on mute over on my computer. I have the lyrics pulled up so I can actually see where we are. And if I look over and I see a song playing that I think resonates, I will point it out. If a lyric is coming up that I think resonates, I'll point that out as well. The readings are going to be a little bit more simple. We are doing the typical overall, love and relationships, career and finances, health and spirituality, and we only have 2 oracle decks out. The readings are still averaging roughly 30 minutes despite how much more simply we're doing them. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I feel much more calm in your energy, Capricorn, which makes sense. While I'm shuffling, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy. We have the Ace of Cups. And we had 2 cards come out together here. So we have the Four of Wands with Aries energy, and we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse, which is Gemini and Taurus energy. Okay. So I'm just going to start with the duo that we have right here. So the Four of Wands typically indicates reunion, celebration, but with the Knight of Swords in reverse, the Knight of Swords in reverse usually indicates someone who is manipulative, potentially lies, gossips, tells you what you want to hear, gaslights. I don't usually read it as a person, like usually, but here I am. So there is a caution here against reunion with somebody who, if this person's lied to you before, they're going to do it again. If they've gaslit you before, they're going to do it again. If they've manipulated you before, they're going to do it again. So that is a warning that we do have here for this month. On the other hand, we have the Page of Pentacles and we have the Ace of Cups. Those are very exciting energies. The Ace of Cups does indicate, however, it does indicate new love. And it does have the Page of Pentacles right next to it. I'm not saying that you're choosing between 2 people and Spirit is telling you to go with the new person, but if the shoe fits, I'd wear it, Cinderella. I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect your overall message to be a love reading. That's usually not what you're focused on, but I read what I see. The other way that I could interpret this, though I feel like this is going to be far fewer of you, is that you might be learning to do some repairs inside of your house. That could be something that you are doing in the month of November, just because Ace of Cups can indicate new house. Page of Pentacles is usually new skills. Or Page of Pentacles can also be like a small increase in your finances, or a person who is really studious. Page is also more feminine energy regardless of gender, whereas Knight is more masculine energy regardless of gender. if I were to take the Page of Pentacles as a person, if that fits for you, so the Page of Pentacles is going to be someone who, the Knight and the Page are both generally going to be younger than you, but if you're a Capricorn rising, they could actually just feel younger than you, just because Capricorn risings do tend to have more mature energies. The Page of Pentacles is going to be someone who is studious, they love learning, helpful, maybe a little bit more serious and career oriented. They're going to be someone who is more practical, maybe not as witty. Whereas the Knight of Swords is going to be quite witty, actually, and really good at working a room. Too charming for their own pants kind of thing. I don't know why I said it like that. Maybe that means something metaphorically to you. Easily by Bruno Major is playing right now. So that song could have some meaning for you, maybe give it a listen. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move on to your oracle cards and to see what we have there. With the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, you could also simply be learning to love again. Like, maybe that's more on you. Like, maybe you've been out of the game for a while and you're like, oh, I want a relationship. I haven't dated in forever. I better learn how we do things now. That could be something else that's coming up. So we have number 42, Weave. I am the weaver of my reality, with that gorgeous spider there. Spiders could be a symbol for you at this time. In November, it is very common to see pumpkin spiders, which are harmless, by the way. Do not harm them. And then we also have card number 29, Conscious Eating Nourishes Me. So I could see you getting more onto a healthy diet at this time, or just taking better care of your health, paying more attention to what you're eating, what you're putting into your body, having gratitude for the food that you are in fact eating, going towards being more organic. Maybe some of you are becoming vegetarian or vegan, something like that. Which a Capricorn would totally have the discipline to make work. With I am the weaver of my reality, that is usually, I want to say the ritual associated with that is doing a collage. Let's see. But yeah, it's, I am the weaver of my reality is usually making a larger change in your life, one where you're going entirely from one lifestyle to another, or like from one career path to another, or a major change basically. Okay, Weaver. Okay, no, this one is the desire box. Okay, so I'm just going to read it to you. I've never done this one myself. Clarify the story you're weaving with a collage of words and images. Have fun and be sure to complete it. For this, you need candle and or a smudge stick, scissors, and a box, a large shoebox or bigger. Decorative papers, crafting tools, and glue to beautify the outer box, magazines, prints, blank paper, colored pencils, etc. to create your collage for the inner box. So it's kind of similar to the collage, but you'll see. Okay. Light a candle, vibe out your space, and smudge your box to clear static energy. Decorate the outside of your box using your art materials, then fill your box with images and words that align with your life's greatest desires. No glue. Just stack and pile them in any order that makes sense to you. Be clear and sincere. This is no place for maybe. Once done, close your box and keep it at your altar. Go back to edit, add, or reorganize whenever you feel called to do so. This feels more like a Capricorn thing than I think making a collage would be. Just because it has such a practical aspect to it of being able to just go in and edit as you see fit. So yeah, I feel like that's really in your wheelhouse. So So maybe if you want to manifest a major change, maybe the major change is your diet. So go ahead and like cut out every single fruit and vegetable that you can imagine, just throw it in that box and just, I don't know, shake it up every morning and look at it and see what kind of salad you have in that box, and that can be your inspiration for whatever you decide to eat that day. I don't know. Um Jesus. I'm not gonna lie, doing the frontal facing readings has done something to me. I feel like I'm a bit more zany than normal. I'm always a little, but I think I'm more willing to be weird and authentic. Okay. So for your scenario, we have I have too much shit to do. Blank will help me get it done. Okay. Well, if you have so much shit to do, Capricorn, why are you being a Casanova, huh? Do you have time for that? Surrendering. Surrendering will help you get it done. I feel like I don't have to tell you what that means. I feel like you have to overall surrender a sense of control. And I feel like overall, you know what it is in specific that you need to surrender, whether it be delegating tasks and just letting go and letting someone else take care of things, whether it be going with a connection that maybe makes less sense, but that person hasn't hurt you before. Whether it be, maybe with that weaver, maybe part of learning to let go and surrender is when you go to do that activity, you do it very intuitively. You don't think too hard about what you put in there. And then you allow the universe to do with what's in that box as it sees fit. Like let go into an intuitive space, do your box, leave it. Just like leave it for 2 weeks and see what happens. And then take notes on what changes have occurred in your life. Go back in your box and see how that resonates with how you put together your box. That'd be a really great experimental activity, especially if you're new to manifestation, to see how you can make it work for you, right? Let's get into 11 relationships. Let's see if you're really choosing between two people here, because I don't know. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse, Aquarius and Pisces energy. Yeah, there is someone making an insincere love offer here. And we have the Page of Swords in the uphand. That's Libra energy. The Page of Swords is very why talk when you can stalk. I feel like I want to say the Page of Swords is talking about whoever fits that Knight of Swords in reverse. Just because it's coming out with the Knight of Cups, which is an insincere love offer. Someone who is not emotionally available, maybe they view you more as an object of lust. Maybe maybe you have a little bit of status and they want a piece of that status. They want to be seen on your arm, crap like that. With the Page of Swords too, this is someone who is tactless, they gossip, they're not great with their words. If someone's telling you a lot of what you want to hear, there is something in your body that makes you be like, your body, not your head, your body. And it makes you be like, and they've lied to you before. It's an easy answer, Capricorn. Come on. That's a very easy answer. It's a hot, solid no for me. Let's see what you have for career and finances. So we have the Fool in the reverse. That's Aries energy, card number 0. It's your only major arcana so far. Okay. And we have the Ten of Pentacles coming out in the up hand. I believe that's Virgo and Pisces energy. So the Ten of Pentacles is a happy home life. It's generational wealth. It's the energy of like the spouse, 2.5 kids, the dog, the cat, the white picket fence, the beautiful home that you'll be able to literally leave to your children. Like, that's the Ten of Pentacles. So the Fool, even though it shows Aries energy, it also makes me think of Aquarius energy. I feel like what Spirit is trying to tell you is, if you want all of this, if you want that, if you live in America and you're aware of the phrase American dream, whatever, like if you want, everything, the marriage, the kids, the house, all the shit, if you want all of that, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to do that. The Fool in reverse is very much, it's think before you leap. Think really hard about what you do before you leap. It's coming out in your career and finances, so I don't know if some of you have been like, I feel like it's the idea of like you've recently or you will experience an offer that sounds too good to be true, and it kind of is. Staying where you are, doing what you're doing right now, that is what's going to create the stability. Not get rich quick scenarios, not taking opportunities from strangers, and that's not something you tend to do anyway. Unless there's other things in your chart, like maybe you're a Capricorn, Scorpio rising, then maybe you'll do something like that. But this is more the advice to stay the course and don't take risks that you haven't thought about. Think through everything you're going to do this month in terms of your career and finances. Don't just jump at the first thing that looks shiny. Also, we have For a Pessimist and Pretty Optimistic by Paramore playing right now, and I just feel like that kind of, it's a vibe, right? So let's move on to your health and spirituality. Your reading also just feels pretty straightforward. Sagittarius's reading was also straightforward, and I just, like, as a reader, I appreciate that. Like, I do enjoy giving readings where I go on for 30-40 minutes, But I also enjoy ones that are short and sweet, especially when I'm giving them for signs that prefer things to be short and sweet and to the point. Health and spirituality. Okay. We have the Five of Wands in the reverse. That is Leo energy. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. That is card number 10, Aquarius energy. I believe the wheel is all the fixed signs. So that would be Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. You're in an energy of so between your scenario answer card, I have so much shit to do. Surrendering will help me get it done. And the fact that we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse here in your health and spirituality, and we have the Five of Wands in your health and spirituality, it's an interesting reading because on one hand, you aren't fighting, like you're not letting yourself get pulled into bad emotions, you're not fighting, you're not self-sabotaging. You're also not making major changes either. It's mm, it's not quite the same as surrendering, is it? Because if it was surrendering, truly surrendering, that Wheel of Fortune would be in the up hand. It's not, though. I feel like there's just a warning here that surrender, totally surrender. Don't go into an incredibly passive energy. Don't go into an energy where, like, you take your hands so off the wheel that you let yourself veer off into a snowbank. That's not what the universe wants you to do. The universe wants you to, wow, Trainwreck by Banks is playing right now. Okay. So the universe doesn't want you to fight fate. Obviously not. Like, you need to surrender. You need to go with where fate is taking you. But at the same time, if you don't take any opportunities that are presented to you, if you stagnation is not the same as surrendering. There's a risk here of instead of surrendering, you are stagnating, and that's not what we want you to do either. The energy, like, suddenly just feels really heavy. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, like, you're not used to surrendering, so there's a small risk here that you're going to swing too far in the other direction into stagnation. And Spirit wants to warn you against doing that. And it's just interesting because I'm not used to thinking of a Capricorn as stagnant. I don't know if up to this point you've just been having a lot of situations where You try something, it falls apart. You try something, it falls apart. And so you're just kind of frustrated. Because there is that underlying feeling. There is an underlying feeling of being so frustrated about not knowing the next step that you need to take that you're banging your head against the wall and giving yourself a concussion. Because there's an overall energy here of like being indecisive between two people. There is an energy of, like actually contemplating going towards someone that burned you at one point. Like, there is the advice that you don't need to be reinventing the wheel if you want happiness. Like, you can just keep doing what you're currently doing. There is a risk of stagnation here. I want to say that you feel uninspired. I want to say you feel uninspired. That's kind of just what I'm seeing here in November for you. So, obviously, it would make sense that Spirit is asking you to instead, don't go towards someone who burned you once. Go towards a new person, even if it doesn't really make sense. Change your eating habits. Take care of your body better. Keep grinding at the job you currently have. You don't need to be making major moves all the time, Capricorn. You don't need to be making major moves. You don't need to be. You don't have to have like the sexiest, most popular person on your arm. And you don't need to control everything either. I feel like stillness is something you are learning this month. Stillness. And it's a good lesson to learn. It is. Learning to be still allows things to come to you a little bit. And maybe that's why you're learning to manifest, because you don't have a lot of time. You don't have the energy you used to have. There is too much to do. So a little bit of stillness would be good for you, Capricorn. I think that's what we're doing. Probably not what you wanted to hear, but that's the message I have to tell you. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this reading. Go ahead and poke on over to the other videos just to get some more specifics, because I feel like your reading was very vague and I personally found that mildly frustrating. So if you want specifics, I would look at the other readings and see what else they have to say for you. But other than that, I will see you again soon. Be good, be safe, and love and light to you. Bye.